So my honest opinion upon the new rhythm, the Hill and Gully rhythm, and this is gonna be a case where probably two things can be right at the same time.
She was talking about the Hill and Gully ride rhythm, that people use it, and she mentioned this young man, his name is Stephen, who is awesome, and he did a really good job. However,
I bet old people have an issue with the Hill and Gully rhythm just existing.
Hi, how are you doing? Good morning. I'm sitting on my carport in a state of disbelief. From about a week or so ago, I've been wanting to say something about what I'm about to say, but not sure how to go about it. So I'm just going to go about it the way I feel in my gut, in my stomach. This is Faye Ellington from Jamaica. I love my culture dearly, but sometimes I wonder if some of us Jamaicans understand what we do and how it can affect our people, our children in particular, and how we are viewed. Now let me tell you something. Folk music is a very important part of our heritage. It's not just for entertainment, you know. If you listen to the words of our folk songs, you'll see that they're telling a story, social commentary, speaking about the times when they were developed and written. So when I hear persons changing the lyrics of Hill and Gully Ride to vulgarity, it pains. It hits me in a place that I cannot explain. I get numb. What I will say is that Stephen McGregor, I think he's called Genius, has done an amazing thing to take the melody, the folk song, and reposition it in today's day and age and today's culture. Congrats, Stephen. But a number of people have decided to put certain kinds of lyrics to this thing, not understanding that they are defacing our culture, that they are putting us in a place where we'll have to explain to our children. Listen, man, when a child hears the Hill and Gully melody, what do you think they are likely to sing now? And no matter tell me say you're an entertainer, so you know how parents must take care of their children and raise them, that entertainers have no role to play. Lie! One damn well know that you don't have a role to play. Pardon my expression there just now, but me angry? Me angry? You're not supposed to know better. It cannot because you want to get some likes and you want to make some money and you want it go wide and yes, it's going to go wide and far. And I wonder how you will be viewed. All of you who've decided to get down in the gutter, all of you who've decided to get slack and nasty, Hill and Gully Ride, Manuel Road, want to understand on the heritage. I heard somebody put out a post which is just so apropos. The person said, it is like treating your anthem, hearing the instrumental version of your anthem and start singing all kind of nastiness on top of it. Or your pledge. We have gone totally over the cliff. We're not at the brink anymore. We're over. And I'm asking the Minister of Culture to say something. You're hearing these things. They're being brought to your attention. Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange, say something. I know that these songs with the vulgarity must offend you. I know how passionate you are about the culture. So I'm asking you to say something. I can't begin to tell you what has been happening to me for the past week. I've reached out to a few people who I know understand our culture, who speak about our culture, who are deep in our culture, and ask them what can be said, what can be done, who is going to speak. But I'm happy to hear that some people are speaking. I'm very happy to hear that. But how do we reach these people who just want likes and want vibes and want popularity? You do not interfere with our heritage like that, please. Please. And this is not about Genius, Stephen McGregor. But Stephen, if you are parcel and party to any of these people recording them the kind of lyrics, well, we would have a problem with you, me I tell you straight up. But if you revitalize the rhythm of the folk song, me happy about that. Something is wrong with this society when we get to that place. There's so much good about Jamaica. Why we have to drag it down sometimes? Why? What do we? What is wrong with us? Why Hill and Gully ride or gone into all kind of sexual abyss? Why? I'm so disappointed with that particular young lady whose version I heard. You know who you are. Me now call your name, but you know who you are. Shame. And I suppose some of you will string me up for this, but I don't care. You have to have somebody standing up for what is right and correct. Our heritage is not to be trifled with. And if you think it is okay, if that was your own rhythm and your own song and to go to that level, you know something wrong. Very, very wrong with how you're thinking and where you're going. And this is not just to that young lady, it's all of you who decide you have to go to the gutter to make money. This is Faye Ellington. Whether you agree with me or not, thanks for watching. I hope maybe I've planted a seed or a thought somewhere where we can wheel and come again. And if you know any of those people who sing any of them nasty lyrics on top of Hill and Gully or Manuel Road, have a word with them. Something wrong. Very, very wrong, and we have to get it right.
Watch on the chat. Faye Ellington is mad at us for a long gully ride. I feel we love you, but watching them, man, I just say things that you know here. Yeah. I remember dancehall is a part of the culture. So I kind of not really understand you being mad still, but me understand. You know what I mean? We love you still. And fear, you have to understand so them know you to do things different. You know? We know you might say vulgarity and all them things there, but vulgarity a part of the culture. It's not a part of the culture where we don't want to highlight, but it's still part of the culture. And them new youth, although them even did know about Hill and Gully riding. Honestly, man, I think them know. Until, you know, they read them and maybe some of them go do some research or them hear some history on Hill and Gully because of the beat. And then go to ask, yo, where this come from and where, you see me? But the vulgarity, even if you can't manage it, a part of the culture, you have to just accept it. Love your fear, same way.
Hey guys, good morning. I have a quick question for you. So I had made a video dancing to the Hill and Gully Rider, I think by Massacre, I think the artist's name. And then I watched Faye Ellington. If anybody knows Faye Ellington, she was a disc jockey, I think, from back in my days on the radio. And she is appalled by all the perverse lyrics that people are using on this rhythm, and I just wanted to ask you guys, what are your thoughts? I felt convicted and I deleted the video that I had up, so I want to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna run into work, but I'm gonna be watching the comments and tell me what you think. Do you think that we should preserve our culture? I felt convicted. I agree with her, and that's why I deleted my video. So tell me what you think. Am I being a prude? Is she being a prude? You know, let's have a conversation. You guys have an amazing day. Thanks for listening.
You see the stuff that with Faye Ellington did say in our video about, you know, the whole Hill and Gully thing. I think it went over some of y'all's heads, for real. And truthfully speaking, some of y'all don't know the difference between not because you can means that you should. Because sometimes you really shouldn't. And here's the thing. It's not about you acting holier than thou, right? Because if we really were supposed to go back in time, I'm pretty sure the old people did have their slackness I go on to. But then again, here it goes back to the point of not because you can means that you should, right? Because you shouldn't. And not because you can, it doesn't make it right. Make we go back in time a little bit because me know say someone will never really open a book and someone they go to school for go warm the bench, right? Not only was that Hill and Gully song a part of Jamaican heritage, but also it was a very powerful song. Let's start with the West Africans that came to Jamaica in slavery times. These same West Africans brought their traditions to Jamaica with these call and response songs. So when Hill and Gully was made, right, which is a call and response song, this is why you hear in the lyrics, which the call of the leader would say, "Took my horse and come down." And then the rest of the group that was there inside of the fields working or doing whatever type of work they do, their response would be Hill and Gully. So not only was this song made for the fishermen out at sea who had to navigate the rough waters, but also this song was heavily used by Jamaican construction workers who had to work on the roads or in agriculture. Singing this song not only kept their tools together, but also kept their movements synchronized. Then eventually, as time went by, it became a popular track for mento music, which was folk pop music. And then once this song became popular and turned into mento music, now it became songs that were used in ring games, social gatherings, and all these things for generations to come. So this Hill and Gully song has a very long history behind it, which is why I'm confused, because why wouldn't we want to preserve the culture? The little piece of culture where we have left. The culture where I get watered down day by day and night by night and sexualized. Like, it is so confusing to me, and I don't understand what is so hard to comprehend. Right? This certain things, not because you can, does not mean that you should. We have a whole bunch of dancehall songs that could get sexualized. Should we really be doing that? No, but okay, fine, it's out there, right? But the one little piece of culture where we have left to preserve. People, my God.
Hill and Gully ride. We all grew up with that song. So make me ask the ones who are sing the song them where really raw, explicit, and I should say quite nasty. Make me ask you a question. Not only the ones singing those songs, but the ones playing those songs. Why not have to jump off of the gully and gone in the gutter? This is our culture. This is our rich culture. Come on, man. You know, clean up, man. Clean up. Them rhythm here. I don't care whether I don't want to say, oh, is young people thing, or is old people thing, or is modern day thing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Have some respect, have some honor for the culture. The culture is a rich culture. The culture is what make us as Jamaicans can go anywhere in the world, and we're loved and we're embraced and we're accepted. This is my experience of how I am treated as a Jamaican because of the ancestors and the elders that paved the way in terms of the culture. Clean up, man. You no come out of the gutter, man. This name Hill and Gully, it no name Hill and gutter. Gutter water.
Boy, oh boy. Miss Faye Ellington, I understand that the Hill and Gully rhythm, which you say is a folk rhythm and a folk song, it's very troubling to you to see what dancehall artist is doing with the rhythm, Miss Faye Ellington. And you're a veteran, and you are a cultural commentator, and you stand for the culture and the heritage. But unfortunately, these Jamaicans nowadays don't care. They don't care. Heritage, culture means nothing. If I should be completely honest with you, Miss Faye Ellington, what really counts now in today's society is following, views, trending, and the immediate money in the pockets of Jamaicans. So, even though this may be so disheartening and troubling to you, Miss Faye Ellington, Steve McGregor himself don't care. I heard you applaud Steve McGregor. But Miss Faye Ellington, Steve McGregor himself don't care. He didn't rebirth this beat all over again to put Hill and Gully Ride heritage cultural songs on it. No, he did it for dancehall. He did it strictly for any creative song a dancehall entertainer can put on it. You know why? If there was any barriers or limits that he has placed on his beat, he wouldn't have approved or allowed artists to put those kind of song on it. So he don't care. He's just a beat maker. He gives zero shit about the culture and the heritage. So Miss Faye Ellington, what can I say? Jamaica simply changed with the world. And it will only get worse. They don't give a shit. Respectfully. They don't care.
So what's up, guys? So Miss Faye Ellington has entered the chat. She is a Jamaica media personnel. She's 72 and she's also a lecturer. I don't know if she resigned. However, she holds very much a big respect in our country, and she have a problem. She was disgruntled about the whole Hill and Gully beat when it comes to the sexual content on the beat. Our culture has gone to the dogs when it comes to sexual content, when it comes to song, when it comes to rude boy. That's another topic. But nobody no want to hear the song them when I have sexual content, and this is proof. Pretty do one song which she want our instant coffee. I don't see nobody around with that. But if it was about down in your throat and skin out, everybody would and say tough. So she tried and nobody wants to hear that, Miss Faye. I'm so sorry, the culture has gone bad. This is our next topic now. Rude boy. I'm gonna take a look at the billboard here. Take a look on the billboard here, guys, and tell me if no Jaja, me last 4 words. Down the two of them. We know say one day a Spanish Town bypass, and I think that one of them take it down. But I'm just saying, Miss Faye Ellington is what I talk about. How they make that pass to go up on one big street where kids are take tack. You even see the signs that children are crossing. That's our culture now. So I tend to Arena 1, Silk Basket, a new image. The comment section is going wild. Hey, the comment section says Silk Basket and I'm soft girl era. You clap that to the girl. A rock star image, man. I don't know if it's taste man. God no. But tell me if you don't like the new image where the boss have. Better do if you stay.
Yeah, I real think for Ellington, thank you, because I know so them a boy run out of style in a dancehall that's then a jump on a long time cultural rhythm. Because I know say Hill and Gully are something when I used to watch on Sunday evening when I meet me Sunday dinner and boring and well once a movie come on off, you sit down and watch Hill and Gully Ride. So yeah, these boys just run out of style in dancehall. Yeah man, them not a blood clot talent, but them a Rasta. As a Rasta man, why name the genius? You're no genius bad man, you can't even, what kind of genius are you? You can't create a rhythm, you have to go and dig up the whole long time Hill and Gully. So what we used to have to sit down and watch on Sunday evening when we black. If we did boring, but we never have a choice, so we did have to watch it. So yeah, I understand how these boys take up this rhythm and a turn in a dancehall rhythm and a put all kind of garbage. A garbage I'm a put pan in and mostly garbage these boys think. I'm glad how somebody come and say something. Yo, no Lord, yo, there, you're not a talent bad man, but your name Genius. And if you change your name from Genius, you can't. How are you a Genius? You can't create a rhythm. We're all long time cultural Hill and Gully blood cloud. I mean, so sit down and watch him and I ride the donkey for even time. You take up a turn in a dancehall, they put a bag of rubbish. Can't be a rubbish now, I see everybody.
Speaking on the controversial Hill and Gully rhythm, Ms. Ellington says Jamaica's folk roots should be respected, not reduced to explicit content. Kevin Black has been tracking the story.
Veteran broadcaster and cultural commentator Faye Ellington is raising concerns about explicit lyrics being placed on the popular hill and gully rhythm, warning that the trend risks undermining Jamaica's cultural heritage. Miss Ellington praised producer Stephen McGregor for reviving the traditional folk-inspired rhythm, but says some artists have used it in ways she describes as disrespectful and overly crass.
And I have no problem with what Stephen did in terms of turning that rhythm to us now in present-day Jamaica, but Lord of mercy, the nastiness that some of the people who decide to put lyrics on it have done. Yes, the desecration bothers me, because if you don't understand your history, then you will understand where you're coming from. And when you look at what Stephen McGregor has done, the genius, that's brilliance. To have taken our folk music and repositioned it, but you gone on it with your nastiness. Dance.
She says Jamaican folk music carries deep historical and cultural meaning, arguing that many young people have failed to connect with the roots of the music they consume.
How many of our young people visit the Institute of Jamaica? How many of our young people go to see the Jamaican folk singers when they perform, or the Carib folk singers, or the Hatfield singers? And about tell me say that nobody not is out there. You just have not made yourself available to find it and associate with it. And you have recordings of these things. Some of them are on YouTube too, and only nastiness, they're all over the place. So find them. When you speak about women in a particular way, and that's the only way you can address the woman and her womanhood, you know that's something wrong with you and something wrong with that woman to accept it. And I know that a lot of women accept that kind of treatment. They are the ones really in the dance hall.
She's also calling on artists, politicians, corporate Jamaica, churches, and educators to play a greater role in promoting positive cultural values.
We all have to ask ourselves, what is a Jamaica that we want? What do we want it to represent? Is it just gun lyrics? Is it just under woman's skirt lyrics? Is it just gutter lyrics? And about tell me say it sell. Them about tell me that. And about that's how the thing set. Then we just go set so till thy kingdom come.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Me say fear come out and I talk about the Hill and Gully rider rhythm. And I say where the youth them deal with that rhythm. It is profanity. It is heresy. The mania is fucking heretic. Apostasy. The mania infidel. For the way the man them approach the bumbleclad rhythm dog. This is idolatry. The mania, she literally look and I remind you, say, hey, this is our culture. The man them treat it less than a dirty clad daddy. The word, the verbal diarrhea that was expressed on that rhythm is blaspheming. Fear basically I remind you, say, hey, it is folk music. It is come from an historical point. But she forgot, and the point is not lost on me. That I suck your mother music the money alone do. And when you see she have to come out and say what she have to say, this is the last dying breath of the culture. She have to ask herself in her old age, what have we created? But you have to, and genius, no way ma do, because him was around for the real deterioration of the music to a level. But may I tell you, the abomination that was released on that rhythm. We need an inquisition to start right now. We need to have an inquisition to start right now. And a crusade for out down every single artist on that rhythm. Yeah, we need to hunt them down. Every single artist on that rhythm. Because the level of scoffing what the man them do on the rhythm is fucking amazing. Me don't even like pull out them radio, but me I tell you, say, yo, all heretic should go down. She a make her the last weep she a make. They couldn't believe that something that is cherished, that them hold in such high regard, like a the holy grail, to see it toss out like dirty water with the baby. At this point, we fucked. If you see, if even Miss Lou was around, she must be rolling in her grave. To see what the man them create. Pan that folk rhythm. She had to explain, say, yo, it's supposed to be telling a story. It have cultural significance. I can't believe it. I have to say, Mama, the thing fuck from how long now, you know. Me I say, yo, you're late, but it's better late than never. But me just tell you, know, Mama, the thing fuck from how long, dog. The culture really gone down to the nitty gritty, down to the dregs. You see me? So, the Hill Gully rhythm, I need to hear everything yet, you know, Mama. There is more fuckery to come. Them man are bumbleclad, heretic, and them for be liked. We for like them. We for like the material where we get in. Not like it, light it. Meaning to set ablaze.
Veteran broadcaster Faye Ellington voices her disapproval of the recent reimagined Hill Gully rhythm. She voiced her disappointment in the lyrics. She applauded the genius for recreating the Hill Gully ride rhythm in the 21st century, but stated, however, the lyrics that is placed to this rhythm is diminishing our culture and the work that our foreparents would have put in Hill Gully.
Music is a very important part of our heritage. It's not just for entertainment, you know. They're telling a story, social commentary. Hill Gully ride to vulgarity. It pains. It hits me in a place that I cannot explain. I get numb. But a number of people have decided to put certain kinds of lyrics to this thing, that they are defacing our culture.
What's your thoughts on this? Do you agree with Faye Ellington? Or do you like the new modernized rhythm and the lyric to Hill Gully ride?
About 12 years ago, I was in the audience while this man was lecturing. He said something that stayed with me. He said, if you want to know the level of consciousness of any people, just listen to their most popular music. The Jamaican people, hear me now? You see, at any given chance Miss Lou got, she always a sing Hill Gully ride. See me? And me say something. Mommy, cock your ears, come I know you might have listen. My brethren Hensley Cameron say, the artists them today fuck out the whole of the gully out of Hill Gully ride. Not even the hill left. It's like splashing shit upon something that is sacred.
And whether or not we want to admit it, she's right. She made a very valid point, and two things happened this week or over the last couple of days that proves that. Dr. Faye Ellington came and she spoke about how she was displeased with some of the lyricism that has been attached to the instrumental created by the genius called Hill Gully Ride, which is basically sampling the folk song Hill Gully Ride. And honestly, when I heard the songs and the lyricism, I wasn't that taken aback or offended. And I think perhaps the reason for that is because I associate Hill Gully Ride with the show, the Sunday afternoon show that used to come on TVJ. So it didn't, and even though that's really, a cultural thing, it's not something I thought about. But the thing is, it just proves how far removed we have become from the concept of time and place. And even with the billboard for Rude Boy tonic wine that caused an uproar the other day, God, we don't understand the concept of decorum anymore. And Jamaicans have this tendency, sometimes persons will be in a space and they're talking about sex, and they're talking about it in a particular manner or within a particular space or loudly where a lot of people can hear, and people will turn up their noses or scoff at it a bit, and then so them na F bring me that's how they'll behave. And it's not like anybody, of course you have people who are more prudish, and of course people who are Christian or religious, a part of certain religious beliefs, or will be maybe offended by certain things. But the reality of the situation is this: it's not even about being prudish or being religious or any of that. It's about decorum. It's about time and place. It's about the fact that everything isn't for everywhere, and there's a certain level of ignorance or lack of acceptance that we have around the fact that certain things are considered rebellious for a reason, and you can't bring it everywhere. Dancehall is a celebrated part of our culture. It's fun, it's exciting, and nobody can take that away. And whether or not people want to accept it, it's something that's celebrated about Jamaicans everywhere in the world. So nobody can take that away or remove that. But the reality of the situation is, you can't wear your bathing suit go everywhere. If I wear my bathing suit, if I put on a two-piece and go work tomorrow, them not even gonna find me same time. Them a go wonder if I crash out, may I crash out? Is she losing it? They're going to get the psychiatrist to come and check me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't bring everything everywhere. You understand? And even the nicest of the nicest love dancehall, but guess what? The lyricism, whether or not you want to accept it, it's not always the most child friendly, right? And folk music is something for everybody. That's the thing about it. Folk music, it's something for children. And you know what is so funny? The kids don't know folk songs anymore. That's the thing about it. See, my battery is going down, so my screen gets dull. But the kids don't know about folk songs anymore. And I realized somebody mentioned, and I should have gotten the person name, but they were saying that they missed an opportunity because emancipation is just around the corner. And had they kept the lyrics clean, they could have commercialized the songs for Independence and Grand Gala. And sometimes even it's always been a conversation or it's been a conversation for a while about how a lot of traction is going to reggaeton and Afrobeats. And guess what? I love Afrobeats, and not just because of the lyricism sorry, not just because of the beats and how it makes you want to move and everything. Yeah, so and it's not just because of how it sounds, but the lyrics. I always admire how a Afrobeat song is always talking about love, and even if it's talking about lust, it's like seeing this girl and you like her, or seeing this guy and you like him. And, you know, it's very sweet, very light, the lyrics. And we have to accept that a part of the reason why sometimes, because people like the essence of dancehall, but the reality is certain things cannot go everywhere. And it's not like we don't have the capacity to create music that is not excessively lewd. I remember in the past where dancehall music was 50% dance and then the next 50% hall. Let's just call it hall, right? There was Elephant and Elephant Man, and there was Pon the River, Pon the Bank. Not a single bad word, right? But nowadays it's 90% sex and violence, and them start talk about Obiano, witchcraft, and then the next 10% or probably even 5% is just dancing, right? And we have to be mindful, because we can't bring everything everywhere. And you remember the saying, say you have to learn to dance a yard before you can dance abroad. Like, we have to teach our children that we can't bring everything to every space. You know, the space, dancehall has its own space. You see that same billboard, and I know I'm using the whole billboard thing and the Hill and Gully Ride thing exclusively, because not exclusively, interchangeably, because they're more related than you think. You see, had that Rude Boy poster, billboard been a poster, and you put it in a bar, it would have been excellent placement. Excellent. Brilliant. And I understand, this is the thing, this could be intentional, because the backlash and whatever, of course, it might work out in their favor, because sometimes we hear the concept of all publicity is good publicity. But placement is important, and we need to learn the art of that again. Time and place. You can't bring everything everywhere, and you have to ensure that you protect certain spaces by not introducing certain content to it, right? There is nothing was wrong with the new face of the instrumental. That was brilliant. That just shows how the young minds are working, but we could have preserved it and honored it, and we missed an opportunity to do that. And it's just a learning experience, and it's just showing that we can do this again, but do it right the next time.
So my honest opinion upon the new rhythm, the Hill and Gully rhythm, and this is gonna be a case where probably two things can be right at the same time. Point number one, some people just hate pan the rhythm because they want a cool, or you want to be the odd one out. Because everybody attracted to the rhythm, everybody like the rhythm, most artists have voice pan the rhythm. We're not really used to that. Yes, we get used to it little by little based on past rhythms, but we genuinely not used to that. Almost every artist or every other artist, artists would even think to go pan it. I go pan it. So some people just hate pan it for hate sake. Also, some people are right. Some people going on the rhythm, the song them don't sound good. Yes, we understand where you're coming from when you come on to bring back the culture or whatever the case may be in like a remix or an old time song, but your song just not fit into the rhythm. Also, this rhythm is really good, and the reason why I say that, some of the songs that we've been there hit pan initially, people get to love them. Me remember vividly almost everybody there said they hate the Valiant one, which we never did hate it. It become one sleeper where probably right now it start Rival Massacre one. People them there say they hate Asian one, then turn around and say they like it. People just need little time. Most songs are like sleepers. The best of song them is like sleepers. Let's give them a chance, bro. Yes, you know some of them not sound good. It might be a sleeper. Some of them genuinely feel just left rhythm, bro. But this is one case where probably 1 or 2 or even 3 things are right. And everybody have to have a wrong or right. You get me, I say?
I bet old people have an issue with the Hill and Gully rhythm just existing. Granted, some people make some really terrible songs off it, and some should never go into the studio. But culture evolves.
Some shot Marcus guys on the whole area them shame. The standard the people instead of them fight for everybody a try broke it down and they not a standard a set for themselves. He sang them careless and loose and sketchy out pan the rhythm for true. Pan the coming a folklore rhythm. Nasty up rhythm. If you not chat about grind, nobody no care. But just pretty Tottenham man, disguise in a man. Pretty have clean song pan the Naji Boy, Shannon Me Massacre song clean too. And we know them a talk about. But they not say it brawling. You just want skin out, broke off cocky and suck off cocky. Pan every song. You know, nothing for step on the rhythm, but you read him viral and you want jump on it. Staying on the lane, man. You see Alka? And that's why Alka big sign and one a lane. You know, hear like upon where you feel like rhythm what you hear. And the rhythm at. And the rhythm at again in a year like upon it. You go for a rhythm where you have something to do pan the rhythm. Some people just want to go pan the rhythm, go kill this stuff. Me hate them, you see. And the billboard you want to see and with the skin out, big broad catches girl skin out pan billboard and everybody are going like say nobody nothing talk about it. Remember I pitney them. We will sexualize everything and come and no business boy next generation to come and the business boy on himself alone. But man, you see all my little daughter and my little son, I don't want a boy and a girl to come ask them about a boyfriend and girlfriend at no pitney age. 4 and 5 year old and cut out, you have girlfriend, you have boyfriend that, your girlfriend that. Me this so no.
There are just a couple of things that I am not in agreement with Miss Ellington about and I'm paraphrasing obviously when she made mention of a child hearing the rhythm for the first time and kind of erasing what happened with the actual song. And I disagree with that because I do think what this rhythm has done, a lot of the younger generation who's not familiar with what a Hill and Gully song, a folk song of that magnitude is, that is offering them to obviously do some form of research. That's one. Number 2, calling upon Olivia Babs-Grange to also intervene, I think is ridiculous, because you're going to ask a creator to ask the government to tell a creator to not produce these type of songs. Also, the reference about the national anthem and taking the anthem and doing I do think that that's also a stretch. But I do agree with some of the songs are very lewd, and it's not because it's on that rhythm. May I say that? Because I love what Genius has done with the rhythm. I love some of the songs in the rhythm, but I feel like it just, and outside of this conversation, I just feel like some of the songs do lack creativity. Right? Not because of the rhythm that it is, but I just feel like some of the songs just don't make no sense.
Because of how people are creating these days.
Right.
I mean, the creative process has gotten lazier and lazier.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say to Auntie Faye that I've got a lot of time for you. I've got a lot of space for you. And that's mainly because I understand. I get it. And what's happening with you is very normal and very natural. And I often ask myself, when I get to 60 or 70 and I'm looking at the generation that is creating the art and moving the times, I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot of things that I'm not gonna like, Kareem. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be upset about some things. I'm gonna probably make videos too. I'm gonna say, you are erasing the integrity of what we've worked so hard to create, or you are denigrating this and that and blah blah blah. But the truth is, there is nothing more consistent and more sure than change. And we can't do anything about that. That is the truth. But it is not to say, do not speak out if you feel strongly about something, because we all have our fights. Once again, Stephen McGregor, and you've said it too, you think it's a genius. He's genius for what he's done. And you're right, Kareem, I agree with you. A lot of people are revisiting Hill and Gully Rider.
And some of the old folk songs.
Because the truth is, our young people aren't really aware of our folk heritage. because it's not as prominent as it should be in their education,
Yes.
or even in our day-to-day cultural lives.
Yes.
What Stephen has done is not to simply just take Hilangoli Rider rhythm. He has remade it into a dancehall beat. It is no longer a folk beat, it is now a dancehall beat. And in dancehall music, lyrics are lewd. We sing very raucous songs. It is the reality of the genre. I will tell you, I am 30 something, and there are some dancehall lyrics that I do not appreciate and I do
Same.
not vibe to.
Same.
For example, Alkaline's song Good Gal, I will
I know you
never
were going to
ever enjoy that. And because of one line in it. And because that is the stance I have decided to
Right.
take.
Right.
But guess what? So many young people, and even people in my age group, love it. It is trending. It is all over the place. It was number one. I don't know if it's still number one on Apple Music, but it is quote unquote what one would call a big song. And me not liking an attack because I think it's the imagery that it sets up in my mind is something I find rather unpleasant. But other people love it. And the truth is, I just decided I'm not gonna consume that. Once again, as me said, when we reach certain age, who knows how I'm gonna feel about certain things. But I know how I feel now. Today, I love dancehall music. And I love these songs. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But
naturally.
they give me this energy and this spirit that is beckoning to my ancestors. And I understand your outrage, but one thing I'd like to say is we can't be too selective about that. Like, there are so many... What? How about we just teach the people now about the folk songs?
Yeah.
And just be very clear about what the difference is between a folk song and a dancehall song.
And to wrap, let us not forget that a lot of these folk songs has double entendres. A lot of these folk songs were very suggestive. A lot of these folk songs, though, may not have been presented the way. Thank you so much.
Feel up.
A lot of these songs, at face value, seem like, oh my God, it's great storytelling. Yes, they're great storytelling, but they're also suggestive.
hear this, Kareem?
And let us not forget that. Let's
They
not
were
be hypocrites in that.
outrageous
Yes.
to the people at
Back
the time.
then.
Let us not forget how outrageous reggae was.
The North remembers.
It could not be played on radio, national radio that we're now sitting on and talking and playing dancehall and reggae music on. Reggae was not allowed to play on this because it was denigrating the societal morals and values. It was baga music. First of all, you couldn't chat part, you couldn't do all that because you chat bad, you this and that. Like, there's just so much going on. It's a one something roll up into one.
Let us not be fake conservatives, as I would always call us as a society. I think we have selective outrage, and I would love for us to not be so myopic in our thinking. And because we have the propensity as Jamaican people to forget things as if that a lot of the folk songs, once again, weren't very suggestive. And if you really sit down and re-listen to some of these songs, Miss Faye Ellington, we love you and respect you here. We would love for you to have a discussion here on the show.
And let me just say, guys, this is not an attack on Auntie Faye. Like, she's just representing what a lot of people in her generation and just even other generations are feeling and voicing. You see me? They feel that way because simply they hold certain things to a particular esteem, and whatever is behind closed doors and whatever double standards they have, it is theirs to have. I do not care. I'm just saying that the truth is, at some point, we all look at something that is happening now in our society and perhaps will happen that is going to make us feel like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What is wrong with this generation? Truth is, it's simply just not your generation. That is all. And therefore, it's hard for you to get it.
Hey, how is everybody doing this morning? I'm at work already. And before I get my day started, I want to opine on something that I saw all over social media. But this morning I saw our Auntie Faye talk about something, and me say, you know what? I gotta talk about it too, because it's something where we have to talk about. And if you have a voice and if you have a platform, don't shut up your mouth. Talk about it too. She was talking about the Ilangoli ride rhythm, that people use it, and she mentioned this young man. His name is Stephen, who is awesome, and he did a really good job. However, she said, I mean, quote, "Can I go and watch was 2 of them, and when me watch them, I said, Jesus, this is not good. This is not good at all." Anyway, she talked about the culture, and she talked about the song, which is one of our favorite folk song. And I remember as a child growing up in Jamaica, singing the song and playing a whole heap of ring game. And then something there kept me. They kept me. But let me take it a step further, because I think it's important for us to explore it a little more, peel away the layers, and talk about some other things. Whole heap of things to talk about. I'm going to tell you the problem. We are moved away from our culture. And I don't say we stay stagnant. I don't say we not grow. I don't say we not expand. I don't say we not do this, we not do that, we not do that. But we can't desecrate our culture. We must not desecrate our culture. Our culture is all that we have. You know how much people want to be Jamaican? You know how much people want to be Jamaican? Let me tell you something. When I'm in the classroom, right here, everybody, "Miss, can you teach me Jamaican? Miss, what this mean?" A bad word them talk about, you know. Because let me tell you something. Bad things pick up like wildfire. Be careful what we do with your culture. Let me tell you what we need to start though. Because a lot of people don't know. First of all, me notice that Jamaica people start talk different. Me don't know why. But them attack something and a sound some kind of way where me don't even understand. Me don't even understand what it do. Me don't even know what them say. But when we beautiful language, the intonation and the rhythm and the sweetness gone. You never wonder that? You never realize that Jamaica people start talk different? They start say something sitting where me don't even know what them say. And yes, me not live in Jamaica, so me get that out of the way. But me not lose my Jamaican talk. Me not lose it, because every day the picnic say, "Miss, can you talk Jamaican for me? I want to learn it." Then why me go give it for me sitting where people want to learn? Let me tell you what me think. We need to start or continue or elevate the rich Jamaican heritage and the culture. And we must use this opportunity of Ilangoli Ride and how people hijack it. And it's called culture vulturing. We will not take this special gift that we have, this special treasure with folk song. And we folk song them and turn them in an idiot. I talk to all of you, or I take all of the folk song them and I turn them in an idiot. Stop it. And not tap it. It not sound good, it not good. You think would have made my grandson listen them the song there? I would have never made my grandson listen them the song there. Me not do that. Me not do that. I want to stop it. Stop it today. We should start talk about the culture. Start talk about where it come from. Start talk about the enslavement of our ancestors and how those songs kept us. Start talk about what it means to us. You know what it means to me? Oh my God. It means everything to me. It means resilience. It means to say me come a long way. We come a long way as Jamaicans. So me get it. Me understand people want to make money. But you don't make money by desecrating the culture. Ilangoli, right? You know how much time we in a school of Bulby I sing them the song there? Sure. I don't even know what to say. Listen, if you don't have a platform, start teaching a Jamaican rich, authentic culture. Start talk. Start read the first time song them. Start sing the first time song them if you say. And talk about the first time story kept us as a people. Listen. Me understand what Auntie Faye say, you know. Me understand what Auntie Faye say, and me thank her. Auntie Faye is one with treasure. So when Auntie Faye talk, all of we sit down like we in a class and learn. Auntie Faye, oh Jesus, God bless you, Auntie Faye. Thank you for use your voice. Because a lot of people have platform and they not speak, you know. They not speak because they might benefit. They might benefit from the culture vulturing of our heritage. Auntie Faye, thank you. God bless you. Maybe when we come to Jamaica, me and you can sit down and talk. Auntie Faye, you don't know me, you know. You don't know me, but me admire you. Me admire you from me a little girl. Me eye there, me knee, me I wake up early morning to listen to you. So when you talk, me know say you're mad like Shad. Me mad too. Because me listen to the song. Me never know why me listen to it. Because me never need to ingest all of that. Me sorry. I don't need to ingest it. Anyway, me I go on homework. You know the homework is start teaching the picnic them about Jamaica culture and the heritage. Because what happens when the story is not told, the story dies. When the story is not told, the story dies. Start. If you want to start already, start today. And one final thing, Auntie Faye, keep using your voice because you're a treasure. And anybody don't want to listen to Auntie Faye, I don't know if you tell them so. Say. So, listen, I'm not more to say on this because cockroach no business a foliard. Ay, ay, ay.
Back at it again, man. Thanks to all of the people that who support the thing. You see, it support the movement. You know? So right now, a lot of people been asking me what are my thoughts on the genius new rhythm Gully Ride. That rhythm is a nice rhythm, you know. Is it gonna be a blast like DJ Mac? I don't know. But DJ Mac was something fresh to the ear still. The Gully Ride rhythm I think is a remix still. You know? But anyway, it's a good rhythm still, so we go see Time of the Master, you know. But I want him to have to say to all artists who plan to go up on a rhythm there. You say if you know say you can't DJ or you can't paint words and turn it in a picture, use words to create a picture, create a story, or use words to convey a story, don't go up on a rhythm there, go show you up, you know. Big man thing. If you know you not got it like that, leave it alone, man. Skip a one year out, because it will show you up big time. Because you see, the rhythm here need a storyline. Yeah, we have to can visually see what you are talking about with words. If you can't do that, leave it alone. It's not about just rhyming. We have to can visualize what you are saying on a beat here. Yeah, big man thing. So all new artists, upcoming artists, make sure say you can paint a picture with words. If you go up on a beat, you can go show you big time. So you don't got it. Go and stick to the chat beat. You understand me I say? But if you know you got it, believe in yourself, jump on it. Yeah. And the next and still a lot of people ask if Vibes Cartel should have jumped on a beat. Of course. Vibes Cartel can jump on the beats here way, man. You get a strength here way. Let bygone be bygone with you and Steve, man. You two on a big man right now, dog. Put with childish things, you know, man. And money time, you get me I say? It's all about the Benjamin. It's all about business. You don't have to like each other. As long as we can work together, we don't even quarrel and we don't know animosity. Yeah, man, just get paper to pen, man, and sign some contract and do you not deal with, man. Cause with a life your vibes cartel on the beat same way. You know? Yeah, man, exercise him talent same way, man. We think him would have do good still. But on the next note again, me hear Nico Fire come out and say, boy, a massacre dominate the beat. You know, say, big man thing Nico Fire. No disrespect, you know, we respect you, you know, dog. And more will come on your channel and we listening, you know. But the statement where you make, say, a massacre are the dominant force on the beat, yeah. I kind of totally disagree, and it show me, say, boy, you don't know much about music, dog. No disrespect, Nico Fire. I really think me I tell him. Because you see a beat, yeah, dog, I don't really say massacre come with the all-time vibes. The beat I tell you what it say. The beat I speak to you. You actually I tell you what we put on the beat. A beat like this. Ask any artist. They have to go. That's why you see majority of the artists, they go that the route there. They bring back a long time vibe because that's what the beat require. And not only massacre alone. See the vision. That's what the beat require. You can't really do certain things on the beat. And it work. That's why anybody can record on the beat there. If you can't paint words can't convey words into picture, don't go on the beat there. It gonna show you big time. Some people say applause and say massacre the only one we can set. Massacre the only one we set trend and come with the vibes there. The beat actually I tell you what we say. Big man thing. Ask any artist. Not to say Massacre is not a great artist. No, me not take nothing from Massacre. Massacre is a brilliant artist. You know? Very brilliant and very skillful, very lyrical, see away. The only thing me don't tell you with Massacre, he never that versatile, but he might work on it same way. And we can see the major improvement. Because I like Massacre song them. We don't come here to beat no artists. And if me don't like a thing, me go talk plain and straight because we don't look no friend. You know what I mean? Because music we love. We are no man we love, dog. Music. Because we are big man. And music we love. So yeah, man. With the Life Vibes Cartels, go on it same way. And other artists them out the same way, man. You know me I said to man. Sometimes you can give the young producer them a strength to man. And only the big producer them alone, dog. Give the young producer them a link same way and give them a strength to man. You understand me I say? Each one help one same way, dog. Because some of them just run down because they just run down the hype. You know, anyway the hype, they sound there. Sometimes you can give some unknown producer a link see away, man, and a strength see away, dog. You know what I say? Because that the same producer that will come back and give a strength. I saw you go, man. Big man thing. So, my thoughts and my summary on this whole Hill and Gully ride rhythm is a test to all of the artists them who can DJ. So if you know you can't DJ, don't go on it. Big man thing. Big up yourself, genius. I'm out.
Good morning, good morning. Wagwan, the good people of Jamaica. So guys, in today's video, I want us to talk about what Jamaicans are saying regarding the Ilan Gully Rider song that has brought out a lot of rage, a lot of things here, and a lot of reaction, I will say. So guys, Jamaica has finally reacted to the veteran broadcaster Faye Ellington's remarks regarding the song, and I can tell you that in this, actually people have known her as a cultural advocate, and I can tell you that she's trending till today in Jamaica. And of course, because of our strong comments regarding the new Hill Gully Rider dancehall rhythm. And in this case, Jamaicans are divided. So according to my observation from the clips that I have here, is that the older generation are really condemning it, but the Gen Zs, the young people, it's like they're supporting what is happening. But I don't know, you who is watching, like, what can you say about that? Because some people believe that Faye, the veteran broadcaster, is protecting Jamaican culture just by her coming out and speaking her mind regarding the song. Others, the young people, believe that, dancehall has always remixed old music, And it's not bad to use other songs or old songs as long as you are bringing meaning to it. And in this case, they modernized the song, and I think that's why the younger generation love it. So now Jamaicans are arguing over one big question: where should Jamaica draw the line between culture and entertainment? So this particular remarks and debate has exploded after the veteran broadcaster criticized what she called slack and vulgar, and that is now the lyrics. And she believes that it places over the classic Jamaican, or it actually kind of replacing the classic Jamaican folk songs. That was an old folk song that was meant to preserve Jamaican culture, and now it has been remixed to something like modernized. And of course, that statement alone has caused a lot of rage in this particular platform, because many Jamaicans, they believe that Ilan Gale rider is not just a song, it is history, it is identity, it is childhood memories, it is a folk song. But I can tell you that for the younger generations in Jamaica, the younger one, they believe that it's just entertainment, that dancehall is entertainment. And they also are saying that, at the end of the day, music evolves. Like, we shouldn't be staying back in, like, our mind should not just be reset to back in the old days, but everyday world evolves, and we should be able to move with the trend. So today, I'm going to discuss this particular videos or clips that I've attached here. And of course, what we are seeing is some backlash, some support. It's just a divided debate, I can tell you. But the bigger conversations among the Jamaican people is that, this is no longer just about one rhythm, it's about culture. And you is watching, what do you think about that? So I want us to talk about this particular producer called Stephen, that is aka the Genius. And he revived this particular song, Ilan Gali Rider Melody, in a modern kind of dancehall style. So several people, including the dancehall artists, they actually jumped into the song, started doing some challenges here and there. And the song trended, by the way, and that's why we are even talking about it, because if it had not trended, we wouldn't be talking about it. So videos appears everywhere, people doing dance clips, and they are using the sounds in the streets. Remember the one in the market, the ladies dancing? You could see people in the car, playing the music, dancing while sitting down. So this became one of the hottest and one of the most talked about topics in Jamaica. But of course, while many people are enjoying the energy, that energy is massive and beautiful. The veteran broadcaster was not impressed at all, because, of course, she praised the fact that at least she revived, these people revived the Jamaican culture. But then she criticized some of the lyrics. Actually, she did not like criticize everything that was done, but some of the lyrics that were being used in the rhythm. So she said that, what, Jamaican people, these particular songs that you know that has been produced recently, it is disrespecting Jamaican culture. I mean, some parts of the lyrics in that particular song, it's disrespecting Jamaican culture, and that is where everything exploded, by the way. And that is why people are talking now, because I can tell you that the Jamaican people, they do love they do love the song. Of course, the younger generations Okay. So I can tell you it's something really critical that we are talking about. And you'll have to understand that when culture, uh, when actually things involve cultural things, and especially when the younger generation and the older generation clash, what happens is that at the end of the day, one side will immediately agree with which is the older generation. So of course, people said that the older generation were kind of relieved and were like, at least at last someone has said something. But again, the younger generation, they were like, oh, that's just entertainment, nothing serious. The older generation, Jamaican music is becoming too vulgar. There is nothing meaningful that our children even are learning from. If you get a small boy to listen to this particular songs, there is nothing that they are going to learn important. Unlike in the past when music was produced and posted or played in the radio, we learn so much. And of course there is of course the younger generation will also say that the creativity here is different, because at the end of the day, we are two different generations. So many people focused on the fact that Hill and Gully Rider is a traditional folk song, and they don't have to transition to 21st century. They're still back in the day when the folk song was produced. So people need to understand that. And those who are so much like against the Hill and Gully Rider dancehall song, they believe that songs that are connected to Jamaican identity should be respected. Songs connected to Jamaican culture should be respected, even if it's like remixing it into the modern day. Just do it and don't use vulgar language, which to some point, to which I agree like 100%. Because if you change it into explicit dancehall content, it feels so wrong to the older generation. So musicians should, when they come out and compose songs, they should always consider all the generations, or rather they should actually put a disclaimer there. This is for the younger generation only, but of course it's not possible, because at the end of the day you need the views of these people, you need their support and everything. So if you compare this, if you actually try to see some older generation talking, you will actually see them comparing the national anthem to this particular song that Faye veteran Ellington talked about. And I can tell you at this point in time, just like both sides are correct. Okay, nobody is wrong, because everybody is coming up with their own explanation, right? So it was astonishing to see the younger people saying that those that are talking bad about this issue, they are hypocrites, and that Jamaican music has always evolved time over time. It has always borrowed from other songs. It has always transformed, from ska to reggae, from reggae to dancehall, from dancehall to trap dancehall. And they're like, I mean, that is just evolving, nothing big about that. So, Jamaicans, okay, some, not everybody, they believe that the older generation, they tend to criticize everything new in the Jamaican music, like anything that evolves or is transformed into the modern day Jamaica, it gets criticized, and that's just what they think about the entire clip. But these dancehall musics, they actually they are played worldwide, not just in Jamaica. And of course, as much as something can be culturally important and commercially successful, at the same time, it needs to be respected. So Jamaicans actually should just come up with a solution on this and agree that as much as you're playing music, let's use respectable words, educative words, and not vulgar languages. So dancehall is more than music in Jamaica, right? Because if you do dancehall, people will come out and talk about it. People feel like through music they can actually pass a rebellion message, they can pass identity message, they can actually expose the fashion to the world, politics, survival. Music is just passing a message from one person to the other, and though in a different way, but it helps us all at the end of the day. So when we come out and criticize, we should do it respectfully also, because this person, when they sat down and thought about this, they actually thought about it like uh, critically, expecting with some expectations and all that. And I think that's why they haven't come to like even talk about it. So as much as sometimes this explicit music sometimes overshadows the deeper cultural richness. The folk traditional songs that are there, they include history in their songs, storytelling, the roots of the Jamaican people and Jamaica. And it's awesome to learn all that. So I don't know what you think about that, because there's so many Jamaicans have come out, they have spoken, and of course this controversy, this debate, it exposed a bigger cultural gap, not just a music issue, a knowledge issue. I mean, despite the backlash and arguments, we have learned one thing, that the Ill and Gully Rider rhythm succeeded in debates more than anything else. So of course, you have songs, people come up with songs every day, but very few of them get the attention of the world. Most Jamaican musics are always passionate about identity, they are always passionate about music, passionate about the culture, they are passionate about so many things, and that's why they do relate and connect well with the good people of this world. So I don't know what you think about that particular debate. Kindly comment down below. We need to know what you think about it. I'll see you in the next video, guys. I love you to the moon and back.